Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again? Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century. Something that really works. Men, you need to try Noxitril, the explosive, all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom to a level you could only dream of. Try to imagine Viagra on steroids. Noxitril is so powerful, that's why it took years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription. So call now and take advantage of our special Noxitril free bottle offer today. Oh yeah, we recommend that you use the Noxitril dose as directed. Think of your partner. We certainly don't want you to overperform in the bedroom.
Call right now and get your free supply. Call 800-605-1726. That's 800-605-1726. It's like Viagra on steroids. Improve your sex life with your free supply. Call 800-605-1726. That's 1-800-605-1726.
Bring in 2018 from Goodyear on Fox with Steve Harvey. It's a New Year's Eve bash so big, we're throwing two parties in New York and Las Vegas. Performances by Maroon 5, Celine Dion, Macklemore, Backstreet Boys, Flo Rida, and more. Plus an unforgettable sing-along of Sweet Caroline with Neil Diamond. Fox's New Year's Eve with Steve Harvey. Live from Times Square. Starts at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central on Fox.
Back now to the End Zone Show on News Radio WTAM 1100. Here again is Anthony Albert.
Back here with USC Browns have unsuccessfully completed the perfect season, falling 0-16 as they lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers, or whoever represented the Steelers this afternoon, 28-24. So now the parade that everyone's been talking about is, well, it has to happen now at this point. We are joined now live by Chris McNeil, the creator of the Browns Perfect Season 2.0. And Chris, first off, thank you for joining us here in the program. And how did you feel the moment that it became official that the Browns were going to be 0-16?
Disappointed. Hey, Anthony, first of all, it's good to be on with you.
Thank you.
Very disappointed. Very disappointed. I was out with some friends out at BW3 watching the game, and obviously when Coleman dropped that ball, we all knew it was over, and his silence went over the room. I tell you what, I was really treating this game as a playoff game. I was excited for it. As a Browns fan, I wanted it to win so badly today, and I really thought that we had a chance with the Steelers playing kind of their JV team. We came out, kept it close right throughout, and I really thought maybe in that last drive that might be some redemption for this entire season, and maybe, just maybe, we might walk out with a victory today and talking about a nice big donation to the Cleveland Food Bank and not having a parade next week on January 6th. And we all know how it turned out. Very disappointed. Wanted to see a Browns victory today.
Yeah, and Chris, kind of one of the big misunderstandings among people that look at this parade, people assume that you may not be a Browns fan. You was hoping for this parade to take place, and talking to you off air and hearing from you in the past, that is not the case. You are truly a Browns fan. Explain that, your fandom for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, so the parade came about last year, right after, or last calendar year, after the Cavs had won the championship. We were watching the Browns obviously struggle through the season that they were, and I put out there tongue-in-cheek, this Browns team deserves a parade. And that kind of caught the attention of and creativity of Clevelanders. And from there, it kind of took off. For me, myself, that, like I said, that was completely tongue-in-cheek. I'm a Browns fan. I go back to the years of Bernie Kosar in the mid-'80s. I was there. I'll never forget the game of the Browns against the Jets. I was standing on my seat there at Old Cleveland Municipal Stadium when we were down by 10 with 4 minutes to go. And, of course, Mark Gastineau hit Bernie Kosar late. The rest is history. We ended up beating the Jets that day. And I've been a Browns fan since that. Huge. We got tickets in my family since then. And it's very disappointing, very disheartening these last 2 years to only have one win. I mean, that's embarrassing. Right now we stand on the last day of 2017 with 0 wins to our name, and that's bad. That's really sad. That's a Browns fan.
Chris McNeil joining us here on the End Zone Show. Anthony out for Robert Zicki here with you on WTAM 1100. So now the question becomes, now the fans are expecting this parade to happen. What are the plans that you have laid out here? I know we talked about you coming to the studio, but you are actually meeting with your committee. Can you kind of give some plans of what you have in store coming up this Saturday?
Yeah, absolutely. So this has been in the works for a while, first of all. We filed paperwork back over a month ago with the city, met with the city and all the city leaders, as you would for any special event in the city, so that we crossed all our T's and dotted all our I's and made sure we had everything right there. Been working closely with the city specifically on security and on closing down the roads. For those of you who don't know, the parade is planned on going right around First Energy Stadium. So we're going to have participants line up right there on Allen Drive and then proceed around the stadium that day. I've got both private security as well as CPD that are going to be helping us with the security to make sure that everybody's safe for that day. We've got to line up still getting porta potties and all those other items done logistically so that we can pull this thing off. But right now we've got a lineup of about 25 to 30 vehicles and just less than 100 walkers that are slotted to be in this thing. So we've got a legitimate parade set up, and it's a parade, but let's not forget this is a protest of Browns ownership and what's going on with the Browns as well.
And again, if you have a question for Chris McNeil, you can text us here at 21095. We get those instantly here in the studio. And I'm glad you mentioned here, real quick, before we even get to the whole purpose of the parade in the first place, I want to go back a little bit to the security. Because obviously the things that have been going on, obviously this weekend is New Year. We know what happened with Las Vegas a few months back.
Yeah.
We know what happened in some other cities. How much of a priority is security for even your safety and also the safety of those who are involved in the parade and the citizens who are going to be attending the parade?
Anthony, that's paramount. That's number one priority of this thing. I've been working closely with the city to make sure that we do the right things as far as having adequate security at this thing, having the roads closed down, having all the checkpoints in place. Also, not to get too far into the security plan, because obviously you don't want to share that publicly, but we're going to take all the steps you would imagine in any parade to make sure that everyone's safe and we don't have any kind of an incident there.
Absolutely. Chris McNeil, the Over 16 Browns Perfect Season 2.0 parade, joining us here on the End Zone Show. Anthony Alford, Robert Zicki here with you at WTAM 1100. Now, you're starting to allude to the purpose of this parade, and there are some folks who go on Twitter. Obviously, your social media following is unbelievable, which we'll get to a little bit later. But some people are saying, hey, this is a reward for losing. Fans are celebrating losing. Is that the case? What is the purpose of this parade overall?
Yeah, that's the number one thing that I hear is people saying, oh, you're celebrating losing. We look like losers. And that's not what this is all about. This is way more nuanced than that. You call it a parade, but it's a protest. Anyone listening to this is a protest of the Cleveland Browns, the organization, and the feeling of myself, and now the parade's become big enough that it means a lot to different people, different things to different people. But the original thinking was that in Cleveland, we have a passion for our Cleveland Browns, and the Browns have embarrassed us here for the last 2 years, and really for quite a bit of the time since they've been back since '99. We deserve better, and we want to go out there on January 6th, show our passion as fans, because we still are very passionate about our Cleveland Browns, and show this organization that we are watching them, and we want them to do better as an organization, so that we're proud on Sundays when we're walking out of that stadium or you're walking out and watching the game, and not sitting there like we are right now going, how did we lose that ball game again? And it just happens so much. We deserve better as a fan base, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah, and that's just the frustration that many fans, myself included, have with the Browns. So many of these games are close, so many of these games are winnable, and they're not getting the job done and winning. And to be honest, what you have done with this parade really has been unbelievable, because if the Browns would have won a game, all of the money would have went to the Cleveland Food Bank. Is there still going to be maybe parts of it that goes to the food bank? What are your plans as far as charity with
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. So last year, after the Browns won on Christmas Eve, we ended up donating 100% of everything that was donated to the parade to the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. The Browns ended up matching that, which is really cool, and so did our defensive coordinator at the time, Ray Horton. And between that and another radio host, we were able to raise about $50,000 for the food bank. Obviously, this year we're going to have the parade. We've raised just over $11,000 in the GoFundMe right now, and it looks like costs are going to vary with security, insurance, porta potty, other licenses and fees. Maybe about $8,000, maybe $9,000. Any overages above that is going to the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. I'm not pocketing any of that. Nobody on the committee is pocketing any of that. That's all going to go to them. In addition to that, anybody who comes down to the parade on January 6th, we encourage you to bring canned food items or non-perishables. This week, I will be publishing a list of what we're looking for, but we're going to collect those for the Greater Cleveland Food Bank down there at the parade, so that we can still give back to those folks during this time of year where they're really hurting for donations. So when you get around the holidays, obviously the colder temperatures out there, so we still want to give back, still want to help.
A lot of us are glad to hear that as well, that all of it is just not going to the parade itself, but it's going to be a part of charity, a part of something that's really good. And although it would have been nice if the Browns would have won a game, so all of them would have been able to go do that. Chris McNeil joining us here on the End Zone Show. Anthony Alfred, Robert Zicki here with you on WTAM 1100. Now, be honest with me here for just a second here, and I don't want a corporate answer. I want a real answer.
Okay, all right. I'll see if I can do that. All right.
Did you really believe that this parade was going to happen?
No, I didn't. I really believed that the Browns were going to win a ball game. I looked, after we went through half the season without winning a game, I thought, okay, let's realistically look at the second half of our schedule. And I thought we've got a couple of wins that may be possible in there. I thought last week with the Bears, I thought maybe the Steelers sitting some guys who may have a shot, although last year that didn't do so well for us. Obviously, this year didn't either. No, not at all. I was at the Ravens game. I honestly walked into there thinking maybe we have a shot at that one. The Green Bay game. There were a few that I thought, okay, I can at least rest my hat on those. I think we've got a shot there. So I thought that the Browns were going to win a ball game. I even thought they might win more than one. I wasn't overly optimistic because going into the season, I think I pegged them at about 4 wins, but I certainly didn't think we were going to be looking at no 16.
Chris McNeil joining us here on the End Zone Show. I've got a few questions coming from our text club here, 21095. And one of the questions here, obviously, you're a season ticket holder, is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. One of the questions that came in here said here, actually it was more of a statement. If you really want to protest and make a statement, give up your season tickets. Do you agree with that statement?
I do. The financial protest, I'm all about that on that end of it. I'll tell you, for me personally, that's tough. But I'm a Browns fan. I enjoy going to games, so that's really tough for me to do. I think that I individually have a better influence by kind of doing this parade thing that we've got going on. I think that's probably going to get a lot more attention of the Haslam, the organization, than what our season tickets would. But certainly, financially, for most people, I would definitely not discourage that at all. I would say go for it. If you can hit them in the pocketbook, that obviously is going to make a greater statement than what most people could do individually.
What do you want? Chris McNeil is joining us from the Browns Perfect Season 2.0 Parade. What do you want, if you do want any, I should say, what is the lasting impression you want with this parade that you want to project within the Browns organization 2018 and beyond?
So I would like people to look back on this as, number one, a community of Browns fans who are very passionate for their team, for the history, for the legacy of this team, to go out there and save the organization. We're not going to take this anymore. While at the same time still maintaining a sense of humor, I think people are really respect us for that nationally. They know what's going on in Cleveland. They know that we deserve better from our football team. And we've gotten applauded from folks who say, hey, those guys, that team that you got back since 99, that's not you guys. They've got to do better. But you guys going out and doing something about it, that's pretty impressive. I've heard from Detroit Lions fans who went 0-16 and said, you know what, I wish we would have done something similar. Maybe not a great idea, maybe something different, but we should have sent some sort of a message to ownership at that time. But that's really what I would like to see. I think people's mindset in this town is so passionate for the Browns, and I think that has got to come through, that we want better, we want more from this team and this organization.
So question worth presenting right now because the Browns are 0-16. They went 1-15 a year ago under Hugh Jackson. If the Browns were to go 0-16 again next year, are you going to do another parade next year?
Oh, God, I'm not talking.
I had to bring that up.
Oh, yeah, so last year, when we won that game on Christmas Eve, I sent out a logo that had the Browns Perfect Season Parade 1.0 and had across it canceled. And then below it, it said, there's always next year. And I did that completely tongue-in-cheek. I never, ever thought that we would be talking about this thing again this year. And here we are. So, God, I hope not. I hope we're talking about a parade for making the playoffs, or a parade for making the Super Bowl. God help me, in my lifetime, I hope we win a Super Bowl we can have a parade for.
Yeah, I do agree with that. We got to run here in just a second, but if anybody wants to be a part of the Browns' Perfect Season 2.0 parade, how can they donate, if they can still donate at this point? How can they donate? And then also, you have a social media reach as well. Explain all of that as well.
So your best spot to find out any information about the parade is to go to brownsparade.com. On there, you're going to find route information. We're going to be updating that with things as we get closer, as far as parking, as far as instructions for those people who will be attending it. There's also information on the GoFundMe if you would like to still contribute. Like I said, anything above our costs are going to go to the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. So there's a spot there you can do that. There's also parade shirt and other information about the parade is on there. Or for more timely updates, if you'd like, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Reflog. That's just golfer backwards _18. And you can hit me up there. So.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, I know you didn't actually want to go through with the parade. You wanted to donate all the money to the Cleveland Food Bank and everything. But unfortunately, because the Browns have failed to win, all of a sudden this parade is the one thing that fans have to look forward to. So hopefully, it won't have to be done next year, but hopefully the protest will actually lead somewhere as well. Chris, thank you very much for joining me here on the End Zone Show, and hopefully, starting next year, the Browns can get some wins.
Anthony, Happy New Year.
Same to you. Thank you very much, Chris, for joining us here. That was Chris McNeil of the Browns Perfect Season 2.0 parade. Your reaction to everything that you just heard is the only thing that the Browns fans have to look forward to as well. Your reaction, 216-578-1100, 216-578-1111. You can text the show at 21095. Anthony Alford, Rob Rozicki. I'm going to get Rob's reaction as well to all this. But again, thank you to Chris McNeil for joining us. First interview since 0-16 became official. Your reaction when we come back here on Cleveland News Radio, WTAM 1100. AAA, we're always with you. Visit your local office for a special offer today.
Bring in 2018 from coast to coast on Fox with Steve Harvey. It's a New Year's Eve bash so big, we're throwing 2 parties in New York and Las Vegas. Performances by Maroon 5, Celine Dion, Macklemore, Backstreet Boys, Blue Rider, and more. Plus an unforgettable sing-along of Sweet Caroline with Neil Diamond. Fox's New Year's Eve with Steve Harvey, live from Times Square. Starts at 8 p.m., 7 p.m.
p.m. Central on Fox. Are you the biggest fan of a band or music artist? Or a huge fan of a movie, celebrity, sports team, athlete, or anything else? You just can't get enough of the things you love? Then download the Fanpage app, where you can connect with other like-minded fans, find great content, and create fan pages for whatever you're a fan of. You can even compete to rise up the leaderboard and become the biggest fan. So download the Fanpage app. That's Fanpage, all one word, from the App Store or Google Play. Or check it out at fanpage.com. Coach Jackson here for Universal Windows Direct. It takes hard work and dedication to be the best. No one is more dedicated to being the best than the pros at Universal Windows Direct.
Right now, for every window you buy, you get the next one free and 0% financing for 36 months. Plus, get free installation.
Just call my guys at 216-518-8900 or universalwindowsdirect.com. You'll be saying, I love my windows. Are you ready to ring in the new year in style? Then visit Metro Lexus during our spectacular December to Remember 6-day sales event happening now through this Sunday, December 31st. So hurry into Metro Lexus today and lease a 2017 all-wheel drive RX 350 for just $399 per month for 36 months with $19.99 due at delivery. The countdown is on during the 6-day sales event only at Metro Lexus. I'm not going to be $10 on auto miles per year. When's that thereafter? Hey, I'm Clark. I work at the drugstore, but I hate my job. People are always asking me the annoying questions like, will this still dry my skin out? Can you unlock the razor case? Will you please ring me up? I'm not like a rope-having ring-up keymaster wizard, okay? Just buy all your bathroom stuff at DollarShaveClub.com. Look over all your bathroom stuff. You don't have to come to my store and bother me when I'm trying to text my girlfriend's friend. Right now, get our 3 most popular grooming products and our best razor for just $5. Only at DollarShaveClub.com/radio. That's DollarShaveClub.com/radio.
When I get to about 3/4,
When I get down to the bottom, a couple more scoops, it's time to place my order. Dynamite.com. Order a 90-day supply of Dynamite for your dog this week.
We'll send you a bottle of Liquor Chaps free.
New improved Lico Chaps with omega-6, omega-3, vitamin E.
And now 6 extra direct-fed microbials.
Even better for the digestive tract and immune system.
Try Liquor Chaps.
Free this week at Dynamite.com.
it's working, don't quit. DINOVITE.com.
So why wait until Monday to start saving up to $1,000 a month? At American Financing, they can start your mortgage pre-qualification in as fast as 10 minutes, even on nights and weekends. Their salary-based mortgage experts work for you, customizing the best loan program for your needs, whether it's a new home or a refinance. So call now. You may even close in as fast as 10 days. 800-906-2440 at AmericanFinancing.net. American Financing, America's home for home loans.
American Financing, NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Hey, who's at the top and bottom of the hour? This is News Radio WTAM 1100, an iHeart radio station. Good afternoon. I'm Rob Bailey with the 5:30 report. First, your Channel 3 forecast. For your New Year's Eve, wind chills below 0 as the clock strikes midnight. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies with a low temp of 4. With light lake effect snow, still a possibility with snow belt. For your New Year's Day, partly to mostly cloudy skies and a high of 12 degrees. This weather is service of Welch's 100% grape juice. This winter, help keep your immune system healthy with Welch's 100% purple grape juice. It gives your body the boost of vitamin C it needs. Welch's is 100% grape juice with no sugar added ever. Over orange juice, get the power of purple with Welch's grape juice. Farmer owned, family grown. Right now, 15 degrees at your severe weather station. Our top national story. Today's deadly shooting in the Denver suburb of Highlands Ranch is being called an ambush by the sheriff of Douglas County, Colorado. One deputy was killed and 4 others were wounded after a disturbance call this morning at an apartment complex. The unidentified gunman opened fire from a bedroom, killing 29-year-old Sheriff's Deputy Zachary Barish. Sheriff Tony Spurlock said the suspect fired at least 100 rounds before eventually being killed by a SWAT team. The other wounded deputies were taken to the hospital for treatment. 2 civilians were also wounded in the attack. Deputy Parrish was married with 2 children and had only been with the agency for about 7 months. Now to our top local story. Cleveland police say an 18-year-old man is dead from a gunshot wound to the head. Officers responded to 65th and Camden around 3:30 this morning, where they learned the victim had just gotten up from work at a nearby rallies. The victim was reportedly mentally challenged and resided in the nearby group home. Anyone with any information is asked to contact investigators with the Cleveland Police Department. There was no winner in the Powerball, so the lottery rolls over to a whopping $440 million. Millions of Americans were hoping to win $384 million in Saturday's drawing. It was the fourth time in 2017 that the jackpot hit the $300 million mark. That's the ninth biggest Powerball jackpot of all time. Your next news at 6 or when it breaks on Cleveland's News Radio, WTAM 1100.
Hi, Helen. You coming to lunch today?
No, I can't find my red shoes.
Oh, okay. Helen lost her jewelry. Oh, you know what? Helen is probably playing Jewel Quest on iPlay.com. Hi, Helen. You meeting the girls for dinner?
No, I'm busy with a new romance.
Okay. What is he doing tonight? Helen says she's with a man? Oh, she's playing Dark Romance on iPlay.com. Helen, it's free tonight. Want to come over early?
Look, 7, come on, baby. Show me the jewels. Jackpot.
What? What's going on? Helen is in Las Vegas with her new boyfriend, and he has her jewels. Helen is playing Las Vegas Casino on iPlay.com. Download iPlay.com for free to your PC and start your own adventure. You can choose from over 2,500 games. It's fun, easy to use, and if you like it, the low monthly payment lets you play as often as you want. Go for quality. This is Robin Straczynski of the Original Mattress Factory. According to sustainability experts, you should buy well-made products that are durable and will last a long time. Well, you will probably pay more at the outset. Think about your return on investment. Quality products need to be replaced less often, which means you will spend less money over the long haul. At the Original Mattress Factory, we only produce high-quality mattresses that are comfortable, supportive, and durable. Check us out at originalmattress.com.
Are you the biggest fan of a band or music artist? Or a huge fan of a movie, celebrity, sports team, athlete, or anything else? You just can't get enough of the things you love? Then download the Fanpage app, where you can connect with other like-minded fans, find great content, and create fan pages for whenever you're a fan. You can even compete to rise up the leaderboard and become the biggest fan. So download the Fanpage app. That's Fanpage, all one word, from the App Store or Google Play. Or check it out at fanpage.com.
Hello there, Mark Sims from Sims Mitsubishi. Are your funds cold? Well, let's heat those funds up down at Sims Mitsubishi. Special purchase, brand new 2017 Outlander Sport all-wheel drive. $18,990 or $266 a month to buy or lease, with $5 down and 0% is available. Credit challenges? Forget about it. Banks love our 100,000-mile warranty. They're even approving first-time buyers with zero credit scores. Brand new 2017 Outlander Sport all-wheel drive, $18,990 or $266 a month, 0%, with just $5 down, and have nice toasty funds this winter. Plus, we want your trade. Forget about what you owe. We'll give you up to $3,000 over Kelly Blue Book, and you'll be saying, hello, Mitsubishi. Come to Sims Mitsubishi, Route 18 and I-71 in Medina, 330-722-8000. 56 a month based on 84 months, 0% with approved credit. Stock number 17156.
Here we go, the rookie into open parade, breaking tackles, and the 21-year-old is into the end zone for the touchdown. And once again, bringing the opposition to its knees.
Back now to the End Zone Show on News Radio WTAM 1100. Here again is Anthony Albert.
The Browns successfully complete a perfect season in the worst way possible. They fall to the Pittsburgh Steelers 28-24, and they are now 0-16. And again, if you just joined us, we was just talking with Chris McNeil, the man, the organizer of the Browns' Perfect Season Parade 2.0, which will officially happen this Saturday at high noon this Saturday, 2018. So right now, that's kind of the thing that's going around because it is official. This parade is official. And Chris made it a huge point. And again, you call your reaction to the interview with Chris McNeil, 216-578-1100. You text the show 21095. We got a lot of calls and text rolling in. I'll do best I can to get to as many as possible. I I thought really the big thing about what this parade is about, first off, a couple of things. He will still donate to charity. He will still donate over to go, whatever is made over his allotted go for the parade. He will still donate to charity. That is good. Okay, people want to see how the parade will still benefit the city of Cleveland. And people are saying about, oh, you have to donate to charity. He really doesn't have to. Okay, we're saying it like it is mandated that you must do that.